this one right here is interesting. They're saying that is Diddy gonna make it home for Thanksgiving? My take is I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I mean, the Abercrombie and Finch guy just had a $10 million bond, and nobody's talking about it. You know, he's allegedly supposed to be in the mix with those, other guys with Diddy and stuff like that. He did a bond hearing, which was 50 million, and more increased circumstances of him being on house arrest, and who he can be around and who he can have around and things and such like that. And everybody was wondering, was he gonna be able to have his Thanksgiving with his family? But y'all gotta also understand that they just raided his jail. They wouldn't raid his cell, for no reason. And they found some information that may go against him. I mean, you gotta understand, he did a lot of phone calls under those guys' names that he's locked up with, and they recorded everything. So everything that he's trying to say or do or secretly code, they're watching every single thing, man. They say he's living like a king in there. He's getting anything that he was getting while he was out in there. The only thing he don't have is just real freedom to move like he want to. All these new lawyers, all these new people coming forward, all this new evidence. Trump saying that, he's gonna do the Epstein's list, man. And, a lot of people that's involved with the Diddy scenario allegedly is involved with that and been attending, and everyone's been, having these shindigs together, man. So it's a lot that's going on. And if they do let them out, they probably might have security there all day, man. Like, no lie. They probably gonna have security there all day, man. It's a sad situation for him to be in. Even tougher for the ones that's trying to figure out what to do next besides evade the country and leave and things like that. Y'all gotta just check this one out. I'm not gonna give y'all all the tea, man. I'm not gonna do it, because then it's pointless to watch the video. So y'all stay tuned to this, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let's talk about it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. Let's run it up, man. And appreciate all your support. Like I always say, man, I do. We're growing, man. We're getting bigger, man. And couldn't do it without y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, and more blessings to come, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Stay blessed. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one.
And we have breaking news right now on ABC News Live. A judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs. Of course, this was the hip-hop mogul's latest bid for freedom as he remains in federal jail for his racketeering and sex trafficking case. The producer and rapper has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges. Combs was previously denied bail back in September as well. For more on this, I'm going to bring in ABC News legal contributor Shauna Lloyd, who's joining us on the phone, as well as ABC News contributor and SiriusXM radio host Mike Muse for more on this. So I'm glad to have you both here with us. So first of all, Shauna, let's jump here to you, because I'm curious at all if you're surprised by this ruling from the judge here again to deny bail to Sean Diddy Combs.
No, I'm not surprised by the ruling because, as she cited in her order, there are very serious allegations about the danger that he potentially poses to other witnesses and the public at large. There are allegations that he has, been violent with others. He's also attempted to allegedly intimidate other witnesses and still contact witnesses while incarcerated, despite having an order that says he's not supposed to. So under these types of conditions, we usually find that the judge will not grant bail in order to preserve the judicial system and the witnesses and ensure that people feel comfortable being able to come to court and testify without being threatened with violence.
And that's part of exactly what the judge is saying, that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. I mean, Mike Muse, that is quite a statement here when someone is trying to get out on bail, noting that his defense lawyer said let him out on bail. He would be in his 3-bedroom apartment right in New York, and that he would be monitored at all times, and the judge just not buying it.
Not buying it at all, Kana. And safety can mean a couple of different things. Safety just doesn't mean free from harm of violence. Safety can also, too, means emotional and mental dynamics that could occur by Sean Combs reaching out to potential witness to get them to possibly change their testimony, to feel threatened that if they were to come forward and to testify against him, associates on the outside may be able to get in contact with them, really making them feel unsafe to go before the court, go before jury, go before the witness stand and to testify. What we're also too seeing is the judge brought in evidence from a text that Cassie sent to Diddy after the elevator incident, where Cassie said, quote, "You are sick to think that it was okay to do what you did to me," really feeding into what the judge is concerned about in terms of physical safety. So we highlighted mental and emotional safety as well as physical safety that the judge has cited as a reason needing to keep to deny Sean Combs bail.
Right, and of course that violent incident with Cassie is certainly the crux of this case, and we know that his lawyers have pushed back on that video a lot. His lawyer at one point said that in fact is evidence of a relationship deteriorating when it is viewed clearly very differently by the judge here in this case. But also, Shauna, I'm curious as to your thoughts here on these allegations, right, of witness tampering. We've heard these allegations that he was, using other inmates' phone accounts to try to make phone calls in a way to make it so that they wouldn't be monitored. And there's also this concern that he might be trying to influence the jury pool via social media even while he's behind bars.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the judge really looked into that because although we know that these are allegations, there's been no evidentiary hearing as to whether or not these actually rise to the level of obstruction. Just the idea that he is not even following the rules that are enlisted by the prison is already a sign to the judge that he may not follow any conditions that are set forth. And so those type of allegations, whether or not there's been an evidentiary hearing, just speaks to the actions of the individual while incarcerated. And if you're not having good behavior at that time, the judge is going to look to say that, even if you're let out and left to your own devices, it's not going to get any better. So that has not played in his favor at all.
And Mike, if you can sort of read us in here on what this also says about the larger team around Sean Diddy Combs, noting here that the judge writes the sufficiency of any condition that would place trust in Combs and individuals in his employment, like a private security detail, to follow these conditions. I mean, they're really questioning everyone around him as well.
They are. And Kana, just listen to you and Shauna talk, I really began to think about not only his associates and who's on his payroll, but also Kana, his family. Sean Combs has a very strong immediate family with his children who also do hold a level of social currency and culture, and who also, too, are really influential on social media. I'm thinking about Kana recently. We saw that was posted on Instagram where the children were gathered around a table and was able to communicate with Sean Combs behind bars to wish him a happy birthday. And you can hear Sean Combs on the speakerphone. They're talking about the love they have for the father. The father is talking about the love that they have for them. So really signaling to any potential witnesses that his children are a tight unit, has great social media currency. Also, too, his sons are actually involved in the music industry, to which before he was arrested, his son made a rap song really questioning the federal government, really questioning potential witnesses to go forward against his father. So when you tie all those things together, you look at the social media dynamic, the social currency, the ability to use music to possibly influence and cross distress to amongst witnesses, that is all part of the safety to which the judge is talking about.
And noting here, this is the fourth judge to deny Combs bail. So again, this has been an ongoing case. He has denied these allegations, and we will continue to cover this here at ABC News Live. Shauna and Mike, our thanks to both of you.
You guys think today is the day? you hopeful that today your dad will be released? Do you feel like today might be that day?
I am thrilled to report this breaking news that Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs has been denied bail for the 4th time. This is excellent news, and I'm very pleased to hear that we do not have a corrupt judge in the New York federal court, as he found him a potential danger to the community due to compelling evidence of his past violent behavior. This decision marked the 4th time Combs has been denied bail, with the judge citing incidents, including a past confrontation with Cassie Ventura, as well as recent attempts to influence witnesses and jury pool perceptions from jail. Proposed conditions for his release, including a $50 million bond and home confinement with restrictions, were rejected by the judge, who expressed doubts about the sufficiency of these measures to ensure community safety. I am so thrilled to hear this news. He does not belong back on the streets.
The tunnels from Diddy's house led
5 tunnels leading to 5 other houses in that area.
What houses?
to Hugh Hefner's house. That naked pool was down there long before Diddy was able to buy a home. It was Hugh Hefner's house where most of the offenses that the women accused Bill Cosby of took place. The Playboy Mansion. And everybody know Hugh Hefner was filming, had cameras in the wall. I don't know. Did anybody ever ask whether or not Bill Cosby had a freak off tape? Next thing you know, his son is dying. Next thing you know, all kinds of weird things keep on happening. All of that fame, all of that success. If they really wanted to take him down with all of this, they should have did it in the late 80s or the early 90s.
The defense was then saying, wait a second. You're showing the judge these photographs. You're trying to get these into your motion. This is attorney-client privilege. And what was in those papers? What was in the papers was kind of corroboration of the witness tampering that the prosecution is alleging in this case. So let me take a step back. The prosecution, in their evidence to the judge, told them that Diddy has been violating the rules of the jail. How's he doing that? Well, he's using other people's codes to get out. When you're in custody, you're given a code to make phone calls. He's been using other people's codes to kind of fly under the radar. And also in those calls, he's been making them 3-way. And in those 3-way conversations, he's been asking about reaching out to various witnesses. He's been trying to change the narrative. He's asking his kids to do certain things. He's doing all the things that you're not allowed to do. That's exactly why bond is in place. So what we have is the prosecution saying he's doing all of these things. And now we've got this paperwork. And within the paperwork, there were some allegations that he was trying to pay off a witness. So the court at that juncture told the prosecutors they could not use that paperwork. The defense was alleging that in that paperwork on those pads was the word legal. And they were trying to say that the word legal means it's attorney-client privilege. Interestingly enough, though, when the photographs were turned over, in the photographs, there was no word legal, which now begs the question, did Diddy put the word legal on it after the fact to try to say that it's attorney-client privilege? So I know that sounds a lot. So let me tell you in a nutshell what's going on. The prosecutor, according to the judge, is not allowed to use those notes in this bail hearing. The prosecutor was trying to say within those notes, there could be evidence of witness tampering, which could be the root of a new supersedious case that comes down, for witness tampering. The judge said the other day, listen, I want to know what the obstruction is that the prosecutor is claiming is going to happen if Diddy gets out. What is the danger if Diddy gets out? The defense now is coming up with more money. They're talking about home confinement. They're basically saying he'll be a prisoner in his own home. You need to show me. You need to show me why I can't let him out, because that's the sum and substance of what bond is. It's to keep the community safe. It's to make sure that the defendant shows up for court. It's to not tamper with witnesses. And so that's the purpose of a bond. So the defense is saying, we want him out. And the prosecutor's saying, wait a second. Everything that you're supposed to do when you're on the outside, or you're not supposed to do when you're on the outside, he's doing while he's on the inside. He is violating rules. The lawyers can't control him. We don't even know if now he put the word legal on there to make it seem like it was attorney-client privilege. So it's all these things are going on where the prosecution is saying, no, he is a danger. He's a danger to other people. He's trying to tamper, and we need him to stay in. All the money in the world is not going to keep him from doing what he's doing. Now, the defense made this argument in their letters to the judge. They said, well, Mike Jeffries, for those of you that don't know, he's the CEO of Abercrombie. He was arrested on basically the same charges. Why did he get a $10 million bond? Why isn't Diddy getting a bond? And so this is very common. The defense in cases where they're trying to argue for bond will try to compare their case to other cases. They might say, well, why is it good for him and it's not good for my guy? Why is he allowed out and my guy's not? Very common. The prosecution then has to come back and say, here's how the cases differ. The case is different because he doesn't have a history of violence. What he's being charged with is not violence. Here with Diddy, there's a history of violence. We know that there's been testimony from girlfriends and from other witnesses about past violence, and he's got a record. And so that is one great reason that someone is kept behind bars, because you just don't look at the events of what's keeping them there now. You look at history. The court can take all of this into consideration when deciding whether or not to let somebody out. They look at danger to community, past history, what's been going on now in the jail, what the lawyers are telling them, what testimony can lead them to believe that there's some witness tampering going on. And so that's really, I know that it sounds so roundabout. I know that there's so many factors to consider, but what's been going on is this has been going on back and forth. You might not have heard about these letters, but the court has asked the prosecutor and the defense to submit letters as to reasons why, for the defense, he should get out, and for the prosecution, why he needs to stay in. And so that's what we're waiting to hear now. That was the last of it. The court wanted documentation from both sides to basically make their arguments. So,
latest joins us now. Thank you very much for coming on short notice. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris. Always good to talk to you.
So, Ray J, what is your take on the suggestion that Diddy is powerful enough that he can reach out, even if behind bars, like some kind of mob boss, and get people to tell people to shut up, or I'll pay you if you shut up, and be effective?
Look, I don't know how real that is. I think, when you're in jail, I think you should also know how to move and not do stupid stuff like that. I think a lot of the stories are becoming out of control and super extreme. Again, you start one way, and then as it builds, there's thousands of people coming in creating a new narrative. And when you do your research or your due diligence on it, a lot of it doesn't come back real. So now you're stuck in a position to go, is any of it real, or how much of it is real? And I think that's where we are now, because they just keep piling on and on and on. And now everybody's starting to feel weird about it and starting to feel like it's all starting to look like it's one-sided against one man. And people aren't liking it.
Do you still believe that we're going to see a lot of bold-faced names get pulled into this because of their knowledge or their participation in what Diddy is accused of?
I think that there might have been times where people have partied with a certain team of people, and it might have been a freak off at that party, right? But I can guarantee you, most of the celebrities that's went to Diddy's parties never even heard of a freak off. So the freak offs in the beginning sounded really interesting, you know, and entertaining, I would say. But in this space now, when you look back, where were the freak offs? Everybody that's super legitimate, that's an A-list celebrity or whatever they say, you know, from my knowledge and just me knowing, I've never seen a freak off. What does that really mean? I mean, is that really real? Is this 50-50? Are we creating a new narrative for something that's not there? Where was it really dope in the baby oil? I mean, what are we doing? Right.
What do you want people to know about the alleged altercation with you and Diddy's sons and your drive and your belief that somebody took a shot at you? Do you believe those are related? And did they change your disposition towards talking about this situation?
Well, when you live in LA, you know, I think a lot of things are controlled in a lot of different ways, whether it's from the underground scene or from the political scene. But what I do know is that the people that did that to me, you know, trying to work out something when you know who it is always the best plan, right? I've seen a lot of violence happen just because certain people wouldn't sit down and figure out, you know, what can happen in a positive way as opposed to it going another route. So in that situation, you know, we're doing everything we can to make sure that, you know, things are super safe and that everybody can just live and enjoy life. And whether it's the truth, whether it's a lie, whatever it is, it stays on the front line. It doesn't go into something super violent. That's very important, you know, moving forward.
Well,
and as far as, you know, as far as the you know, go ahead.
No, go ahead. As far as what?
No, and then as far as Diddy's sons, yeah, it's been a lot. And I think at this point, you know, we had to all sit down and we had to really figure out what this looks like and what we should do moving forward. And so we've worked out our differences. And I think that when we talked in the beginning, you know, creating these mentorship programs and creating something new to help young entrepreneurs when they're falling by the wayside is absolutely needed in these situations. I mean, if you even just look at me, you know, sometimes you need certain guidance before you jump off the edge. And a lot of times that's you know, that's happening in this space that we're in right now.
I'm involved in a secret society, bro. Like, who's gonna know the most about the elite? The people that they pay to keep them safe.
He told the feds that Diddy poisoned him, and right after that, a video came out where Jamie Foxx is at the gas station, and they're asking Jamie Foxx to comment on it, and he won't say nothing.
Right. Now, you know, he could have easily just said no. But he didn't.
I can't say it.
Because it was his daughter and his mom who reported to the feds who he was poisoned by and what happened. You see what I'm saying? And he said it out of his mouth at his own comedy special. I knew about this because, you know, bro, I'm involved in a secret society, bro. Like, who's going to know the most about the elite? The people that they pay to keep them safe. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that when I'm speaking out, my sources are guys that's just like me. So the fact that I stepped out and I'm speaking, they behind me. Hey, bro, and I'm going to fact check my sources before I say anything, you feel me? And to this day, there has not been one person to come out and challenge me on the validity of anything I have said.
And when the hotel staff walked in, they found Pimp C dead in his room. According to Pimp C's manager, Rick Martin, Pimp was kneeling down like he was praying, and there was everywhere around him. At first, they thought he had the head, but the official report says he died from a combination of sleep apnea and lean.
And y'all know that she liked to scream and make a lot of noise, then y'all know who I'm talking about.
Reports are swirling about a leaked tape allegedly involving Beyonce and the late Pimp C. If this sounds unbelievable, hold on, it gets crazier. This isn't just some random gossip. Folks are saying this could be the exact footage Queen Bey's team has fought tooth and nail to keep hidden for years. But here's the kicker. What if this tape connects directly to Pimp C's mysterious death back in 2007? Could there be a darker story at play? Okay, let's dive in and see how deep this rabbit hole really goes.
Pulling no orgy type, doing none of that whole ass out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. You in a room naked with some other and some broad looking at you. And if that that is gay and you need to get on some other shit.
Let's rewind to Pimp C, one half of the legendary rap duo UGK and a straight-up icon in Southern hip-hop. Pimp wasn't just making hits, he was known for exposing the shady side of the music industry. But in December 2007, he was found dead in his hotel room. The official cause? A supposed overdose of lean combined with sleep apnea.
If somebody had a dose, there's not blood all over the room.
Yeah, we heard the rumors. Everybody heard it. I heard them, everybody.
But here's where it gets strange. His family and fans didn't buy that explanation. Even his mom, Mama West, had a gut feeling something sinister went down.
Ray J was there. Ray J was there. Everybody that's coming out like, yeah, I was there. I seen stuff. Yeah. All y'all better tell the truth.
The guy from that TV show, did he take part in that as well? The white guy? You ain't got to say his name, but he's a very famous white guy that was on a show from back in the day where one of the guys got arrested for something. He's married now and his wife is an actress as well.
Yeah. He was there when the brown babies kept getting out. I remember being locked in the cage with these brown kids. I don't know what race they were, but I know they looked at black, but they didn't speak English. Had to be like 30 or 50 kids.
So he took part in all of that too.
Yeah, he was there. Hell yeah, he was there. They didn't off that other boy. I remember him, his baby. The baby had to be no more than 5 or 6. Aaron, the one that died.
That happened I believe that happened twice. Once there and then one time like in Vegas, it was me, Marcus, and Chris.
It's niggas that's trying to expose who they are and thinking I'm cool with that.
You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt.
So if you're not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age.
So the feds have allegedly uncovered incriminating footage, tying other major figures to the scandal, Chris Stokes being one of them. This is a major development in the Diddy scandal, and Chris is absolutely sweating about it.
On World Star, I make it real organic, but I do a little video where I'm playing the song or whatever, and I clear that shit up for everybody or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I can either do it that way. I make.
I don't even want you to play the song. I just want you to be because I'm on a whole nother page, and I got endorsers and shit. I'm getting a lot of paper now.
When news of the footage broke, sources claimed that Stokes went into hiding, avoiding public scrutiny and questions from law enforcement.
I know you, Kimura. One of the boys that you used to handle, that your ex-husband, your first husband, slept with, is a friend of mine. All he talks about is, that bitch ain't innocent. And she knows how she treated us. And when I say us, I'm talking about all of the young men who you used to give envelopes to and instruct on when to go into your bedroom and out of your bedroom. You did that, Kimura. Maybe that's why you don't want to say nothing. Did Russell call you and ask you to stand up for Diddy? Because the truth is the reason why most of these people ain't telling the truth is because they're accomplices. But for you to go after Al, be sure that's where you fucked up. You were perfectly okay with injecting all of those steroids into your belly, into Aoki's body, so you could give birth to her before 30 weeks so you wouldn't have stretch marks.
What?
That's what you and your husband did. And now that girl's running around talking about, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not my mom. Be glad you're not your mom, child.
There are reports that Diddy has a list of over 200 celebrities that could be humiliated by what he could reveal or worse. Could he take some of these people down with him if he were to testify? And it's everyone, politicians, musicians, models, movie stars. There will be a lot of nervous people thanks to that press conference.
How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Did?
I would say this. When I used to attend the parties, there was many industry executives, right? Executives that are much higher up in the industry than Diddy will ever be. They were there. I met them. And those people that were there at the parties there was a lot of executives that were present who were fully aware of certain things. I'm very certain of that. Because there's no way you could be present and not know.
And maybe even went to those other phases of the party. Like you said, anybody there knew where it was headed. So I will ask that as we wrap it up.
That's why I got the hell out of there.
Smart. Did you see walls of baby oil? I don't mean to make light of it, but my God.
I don't know. Now,
that's a lot of baby oil, no?
I never saw any baby oil. So I guess I missed out on that part because everyone was obsessed about this. I saw condoms, I saw condom wrappers, I saw drugs, I saw loads and loads and loads and loads of alcohol. I never saw this baby oil that they keep going on about. So I guess I missed out on that. I don't know. I never saw any of that.
Wild. Well, more is unfolding. It's such an honor to meet you. And I'm going to say it because I've been trying to get a lot of people on, and some people are really all about the money. She never was. This was not what it was. So I want you to go promote her directly. I'm asking. She's not asking you. I'm asking you because I like to support the real ones out there. And she's real one. So go over to her Instagram, guys, if you appreciate what she's saying. Precious Muir, follow her. And if you can afford, hit a subscription. She's got a lot of stuff coming. Can you? What's coming up on your Instagram? I saw you just launched. Anything exciting the fans should be aware of?
Oh, yeah. I've got lots of TV products coming up in the new year. So that would be really good. You get to see behind the scenes and all the stuff that I get to film and some of the stuff that doesn't make Instagram, main feed. So it really is a good way of seeing what I get up to during the day.
And you get to support someone who's out there helping the victims. Really appreciate it. So well spoken. Loved your story. Please come back anytime. Talk about other industry stuff. We're in the industry. You're always welcome.
To do that, mate.
Let me tell you something. Girl! Cat Williams done struck again. God spinning the block on everybody in 2024. The feds must done told TD Jakes he gotta turn himself in soon. Cause the day he passed out and had a stroke in the middle of the church today. Check this shit out.
Let him go in peace.
Now for TD Jakes to have a stroke like that in the middle of church while he preaching, sitting down calm, it seemed like he up under some extreme stress these days, man. Now recently, he been in the cut, he been off the scene, but like everybody else that been to a goddamn Diddy party, they scared and they suffering from anxiety cause he know something coming, but he don't know when. TD Jakes getting old. He ain't no spring chicken no more. This type of pressure can cause a severe heart attack, man. Them Diddy allegations will do it to you, especially when you're a high priest of God. Now y'all know Diddy in there like Denzel on goddamn Training Day. He putting cases on all of you. He in there snitching on everybody, even his own mama, cause he trying to get a goddamn bond. Now I ain't making fun of TD Jakes for having a stroke, cause that's sad. That man got a family, he got kids. That's a sad situation. Can you imagine repenting to God for forgiveness after you had a man goddamn getting that power bottom out your head on tape, and you trying to put that behind your head, man? You're trying to move on with your life so you can put that power bottom shit behind your head. Then boom, every time you on a pulpit, your conscience won't let you rest. Your conscience won't let you forget about that shit, man. But see, if these allegations is true by TD Jakes, man, it's gonna be hard for me to feel sorry about a false prophet that's about to get swallowed up by Satan for playing in God's face. God don't spare nobody when he deliver his wrath. And those people that's held with high regards in powerful positions with a lot of influence gonna suffer in front of their believers, and all their followers gonna see them go down. Y'all comment below and let me know how y'all feel about TD Jakes passing out of goddamn church. Y'all comment below and let me know if y'all feel like the P Diddy allegation getting to him and then weighing him down. Y'all comment below. Is this his hell that he finna live in his jail cell? Y'all comment below, do y'all think he gonna beat that, or do y'all think that's just health related? Comment below and let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Either way it go, pray for TD Jakes, man. No man deserves to suffer in life, either physically, mentally, or spiritually, especially when God judge you. I ain't the one gonna judge TD Jakes. He gotta see God about that shit. But y'all comment below, y'all like this video, y'all make sure y'all share this video, baby. We the business.
According to you, the inmates are fighting over making his bed.
Yep. Well, really, according to Lisa Evers, I want to give her credit. Lisa Evers does an amazing job covering all things, within the New York metropolitan area. She interviewed an inmate that spent some time at MDC Brooklyn alongside Diddy. And, remember, we're all thinking that Diddy's like in super isolation. He doesn't talk to no inmates. We later find out via even court filings by the government, he does. And this one inmate looked like he's not wrong because he says, hey, listen, Diddy's such a big player in the game in terms of, his power and he's that guy even in jail. Dudes are getting jealous at other dudes based on who made his bed. And I'm like, yo.
So that's a real thing? Yeah. People are actually making his bed?
Yeah.
I thought you were just joking.
Listen, there's an inmate that said it.
Before we move forward, I'm still stuck on, you said Diddy and his mom and his auntie,
No, Diddy's mom is really his auntie that's been claiming to be his mom this whole time. She's the one with the white nails. That's why he has that fetish. She's been picking him since he was adolescent because his daddy got killed when he was a baby. As soon as he had adolescent, he resembled his dad. So she started picking him. She's the one that picked his head up initially. That's why, allegedly. I might be talking too much.
Janice Combs and some of the things you actually seen her witness her do.
Janice likes minors, allegedly. Janice knows about everything that's going on. That's not allegedly. They're hiding money in other countries. I know where the countries are, and my investigators are on to you guys. It's a wrap. There's pretty much nothing you guys can do. I know about all the people globally that y'all been going around to the third world countries with people with no voices and promising to bring them back to America, only for them to be human punching bags. Oh, someone has bodies all around the world. They're a global threat, allegedly. But Janice, you the worst one. You created it. You've supported it. You've held the secrets. You had the nerve to take all the kids and go in there and go visit and, all of that. Yeah, but she likes, allegedly, to have threesomes with her son. My friend has had 2 kids for them that we're trying to figure out where the babies are. She likes to drink breast milk, allegedly.
Wait a minute. Janice likes to drink breast milk?
She believes it makes you younger.
Damn.
Like how babies need those nutrients to, develop. Those same nutrients, she believes, rejuvenate you or whatever, allegedly. She believes that allegedly.
This dude was one of the ones responsible. He had a magazine financed by Warner Brothers and arrested him. He set up rings in Hollywood.
Know who you are, because a lot of people don't know who they are. And that's very difficult, but that's the first challenge, I think, is to know who you are.
Before he passed, Quincy Jones allegedly had plans to expose Diddy, revealing secrets about their tumultuous relationship that many believed could destroy the mogul's empire. The two once worked closely together, but their falling out was explosive, leaving whispers of betrayal and dark truths. As their professional ties dissolved, Quincy seemed to know things about Diddy that could ruin him. Some even speculate that Diddy, threatened by what Quincy might reveal, could have been involved in the legendary producer's passing. The truth behind their fractured bond and Quincy's shocking final revelations may never fully surface, until now. But first, it's important to take a step back and explore where it all began. The background. Quincy Jones, an icon in the entertainment world, recently passed away, sparking a wave of reflection across Hollywood. But
a very ominous statement given what the plaintiff says happened next, because the complaint reads, once plaintiff sat back down, the casting director offered him an alcoholic drink, which he declined. She then offered him a Diet Coke in a glass, which he drank, but noted that it tasted strange. At that point, plaintiff realized the casting director was the only female in the room. The conversation continued regarding the music video and shooting schedule, but as time passed, plaintiff began to feel dizzy and nauseous. He asked to use the bathroom because he felt like he might pass out. And shortly after that, plaintiff did in fact pass out. Based on information and belief, Combs, by himself or through his agents, employees previously, laced plaintiff's drink with drugs, including but not limited to GHB and/or ecstasy. And that theme of alleged drugging is a constant through line in both the criminal allegations and the civil allegations.
The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
I suck dick to get where I'm at.
Okay, here's the thing.
So you gonna suck a dick.
I'll call Diddy because you can't go nowhere. You can't move to the next level unless you sit on his lap. So like, when he say action, you got action. You understand? And it's proven. Look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross wasn't doing nothing at the Every Damn Hustler until he started sitting on the Diggler lap. You understand? Even Snoop. You understand? And a lot of more people, their career went up when they sat on this man's lap as the director. You understand?
Oh, man.
And that's why a lot of them sold their soul to be on the director chair.
Will be exposed.
I mean, when I walk in, I definitely take pride in being the originator of the preparation of the sex. Little things that I personally like. A lot of ladies, they just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave. Right. Got to keep them there. Right. You need locks on the doors.
P Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
Said to me, take your clothes off. And I said no. And I left. And they told me they were gonna burn all my music. And they didn't stop. They didn't stop asking me, and then I just froze and I don't even remember. And I will not say his name. I understand this Me Too movement. I understand that some people feel really comfortable with this, and I do not. I do not ever want to face that person again.